Motor Trends, bringing you a look at the South African auto industry through the eyes of its leaders. In this edition, GWM South Africa.
We've unveiled two saloon cars, C30, a C50, which is a 1.5 turbocharged vehicle. One is the Lux version and one is a Super Lux version. We've also unveiled H6, which is a new station wagon vehicle. Comes in petrol and diesel. We've also unveiled M4. And we're going to unveil SD6, which is the first time that vehicle will be seen outside China. So for us, that's what, 5-6 models. That's pretty fantastic. And most of these models will come in actually in the first part of 2014. We might slip in one or two before the end of the year, depending upon what the climate's like. Certain of these models have been unbelievably successful in China, in the domestic market. So we're hoping that we have similar success in this market.
We actually want to look at the new H6 and the H5s. We haven't seen those before, so curious to see what they offer.
For H6, this is has been awarded as from the China Central Television, means the CCTV, as the Chinese SUV of the year. And also, for the sales, it's also marvelous. Just in the past 9 months of this year, we got a total sales of 150,000 units. That's quite good.
I'm loving the new H6.
And also, for the M4, this mini SUV, just also for 9 months' time, we have a total sales of 93,000 units.
It's a wonderful little car. It really is. It's got an attitude, if you know what I'm saying, and it's got a sort of a, I don't know, I suppose you could call it a look about it, and it's going to be very well priced. So I think we're going to do very well with that particular car, and it's in the right space. It's going to come into the market at well under 200,000 rand, and I mean well under. So it's priced correctly, and good spec. Nice, drivable, flexible little 1.5 engine. Fuel economy is going to be there, so we think it'll do very well.
It's known as the C30. It's compact, yet it's got everything inside that you'd expect from a wonderful car. Electric windows all the way around, ABS brakes, all the safety features, dual airbags inside. And on top of that, it has one of the largest boots in its segment, 510 litres. So a client is going to be able to drive around, go away on holiday, and they don't even have to worry about putting a trailer behind them. So we're really proud of this car. It has done phenomenally well overseas.
For C30, this is some kind of family sedan car. Since its launch, And until last month, we have totally sold 463,000 units. Very successful.
Looks nice, yeah. Looks nice. The interiors are nice. Very sturdy and stuff like that, yeah.
If I think of the Steed range, we've got from a base model up to a very high-tech 2-litre modern motor that powers our top-of-the-range Steeds. And we're going to launch today a Steed 6, which is going to be an addition to the range. It's not going to take over anything, and you'll see when you see it. It really is quite something.
And for the Steed pickup, for this model, GWM started with a pickup, and we are confident, and we believe for this model it can also be a big success.
We've always been strong in pickup, and also in SUV, and we will continue in both of those lines. I think for us the exciting part will be the launch of the new saloon cars in South Africa for us. It's a totally new niche for us. We're a little bit nervous perhaps, but I think we're confident as well.
After the break, more motor trends from GWM South Africa. Welcome back to Motor Trends, GWM South Africa.
For GWM, we just since last year, and from the first 9 months of this year, GWM have kept a very fast growth rate. The year-on-year growth of this last 9 months is 30% increase for the domestic market. But for some of the overseas market, it's affected by the global economy crisis. Maybe it will be a little bit slower.
The economy is not good, we all know that. I think that the consumer in South Africa is being squeezed. Disposable income perhaps is becoming less. But we as South Africans, we want the best. We can't always afford the best. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I think there might be some take-up on some of our models, which are very well priced and very good value for money.
The price, and I think the quality is much better.
It was nice, comfortable, the seats, everything, the color, it's magnificent. It is affordable.
We in South Africa, particularly our brand, have historically been spoiled because people have had an impression of cheapness, and that is why they've gone into a GWM showroom. I want to change that. I want to make it that guys go into a GWM showroom because they like the product. It's attractive, it's nice. It does something for their self-image. It's well priced, performs well, and they can boast to their friends about having a GWM. They don't have to park it around the corner. Park it in front of the house or in front of the show. That's what I want to try and achieve.
GWM, I'm on my way to their stand right now. It is an up-and-coming brand. Previously the Chinese brands did not make a very strong entry in South Africa. But look at the cars, the way they're growing right now. Phenomenal vehicles, and I'm sure over there I'm going to get a couple of very good surprises as well.
I think they are doing quite well because I've seen a lot of new the H5s. They've been around on the street. So I think the new A6 will be doing quite well.
Our current H5 range is also, for me, it should sell a hell of a lot better than what it does. I don't know why it doesn't sell better. I drive one myself. And obviously I don't have to, but I drive one myself by choice. And I absolutely love it, I really do. It's a fantastic vehicle. It's available in petrol and diesel, 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, all-wheel drive, different configurations. It's a great vehicle, it really is.
For South Africa, because this market, focus a lot on the bakkies, and in this market, the model we first launched is bakkie, And now we also make lots of both from our side and Mr. Pinfold making lots of investment into the promotion and all the things like that. So for the buckets, it is our most successful model at the moment. Our company is the largest pickup and SUV manufacturer in China. Now we have more than 60,000 employees. And also, our product has been exported to many overseas countries, not only in China. In China, we are very successful. Number 8 in total sales in the past 9 months this year. And for the global market, we have been exported to some of the Europe countries like Russia, Bulgaria, and also South America countries, Middle East, of course also Africa.
I was in China probably 3.5 weeks ago, and they said, come and see our new factory. I said, what are you talking about? They took me to a brand new factory. When I say factory, it's probably, if you know Toyota in perspective, it's probably twice the size. And they built it in a year. First phase. It's just an absolute mind blow. The whole line is robotic. Even the component movement to the line is robotic. The whole thing is robotic. And it's just, you think, my goodness me, I'm part of this. And you think, goodness, you shake your head and pinch yourself. It actually gives me goosebumps just talking about it. And then what they do is they build a city around the plant for the employees. They for example, are building a new R&D center in another city, completely new. In other words, it's a self-contained R&D center. They will employ 10,000 scientists, engineers, 10,000. It's just, you can't, China is an absolute anomaly. One cannot conceive or conceive the scale of things. It's just, never ceases to amaze me. So in terms of investment, what they're doing in terms of R&D is just absolutely massive. I can't remember the figures offhand, but it's in the billions and billions and billions.
For our current production capacity is 800,000 units. To year 2015, we are going to achieve a sales volume of 1.5 million units. And to achieve those goals, first you need to have the market, you need to have the products. And as I said, I have every reason to be confident of our products.
GWM are doing very well with the buckies, as you know, Great Wall Motors. But their cars, they don't sell a lot.
If we look at from 2 years ago where they started, I think after 2 years they've improved a lot, and I think they're also going to start seeing higher sales.
Look, I think if we don't achieve a 50% increase in sales, then there's something wrong with us, frankly, with this model range. We should do that easily. If we don't, I'll be asking lots of questions of my dealer network and my staff. So yeah, that's where we need to be.
After the break, more motor trends from GWM South Africa. Welcome back to Motor Trends, GWM South Africa.
I started negotiating with the factory in China in 2002. They were building left-hand drive motor vehicles. And China automobile market at that time had just started taking off. And it was probably growing at a compound rate of around 25% per annum. So I never forget this, and I will tell it to you like it was. I said, come on guys, please, let's build right-hand drive. They said, oh, okay. This is after 4.5 years. So they said, okay, what sort of volume do you think you can sell? So So I thought it's a huge thumbsuck, taking a chance, double it. 1,000 units a year. I didn't say a year, I said 1,000 units. They said to me, a month? I said, no, a year. I said, oh, don't waste time. But ultimately we got there. And that's where we started. We started from a very small base. We probably were doing 200, 150 units a month. Way up to, we've been up as high as 1,500 units a month. It's come back a bit quite substantially since then. But it has grown exponentially, and I think, you know, with the new model introduction, we're definitely going to have a step up in the next few years. So, very exciting. Let's see where we go.
We have been started South Africa for 8 years, and we have been established a very good relationship with GWM SA. And thanks to Mr. Pinford's effort, we believe, you know, because, you know, the potential of this market is also quite good, and this is one of our most important right-hand drive market. And you know, with Mr. Pinford's effort, you know, in this market, you know, South Africa is always our top 5 export markets overall.
I like the designs. It's fresher, crisper, I think edgier. It's not as bubble wrapped as it was in the past. So I think they've got a way still to change the perception about the brand locally, but yeah, a lot of potential.
If one goes back in time, in 2007 we launched this business on the back of pickup. We had in reflection, I can only say it was a reasonably good pickup at a very good price. And maybe we were just lucky because the market just took to us and we sold lots and lots of product. And we built on that. We introduced SUVs, station wagons as some people call them. And that also is a South Africanism. And we've moved. I think we were positioning ourselves going forward. We are not going to be the cheapest anymore. We don't want to be the cheapest, actually. We want to be the best value for money. In other words, a good product at a good price, and that's where we're going to go.
They're nice cars. They're getting there. Very nice cars.
The GWM, and yeah, you know, they've improved their fleet. Previously, when they were entering South Africa, they looked like clowns, but they now improved their cars, yeah.
For us, our biggest job still in this country is brand value, to establish brand value, to convince members of the public that we do have brand value, that because it's made in China, it's not necessarily cheap and nasty. There's some very good product that come out of China, I'm sure we all know that, but there's some very, very good automotive product that's coming out of China now, particularly.
Our company is making so much investment into the R&D. You know, I think just in 1 year time, we finished one new production base and increasing our production capacity by 500,000 units. So, you know, so in the coming future, I believe GWM can be a worldwide automobile power very soon.
The factory in China really have gone ahead in leaps and bounds. You know, if you'd seen the first vehicle that we launched in South Africa, you may remember it was a pickup called the Sailor. And the motoring press wasn't very impressed with the name, I think you might remember. And anyway, from there to where we are today, which is a relatively short period, it's probably 6 years, 7 years, something like that, the increase in quality and standard and all those things is absolutely phenomenal. We're very close to 50,000 units on the roads, and that means vehicles sold. We don't do very many government sales. We don't do very many rental sales. So those are all people that have, in other words, end users that have bought our vehicles. And we think it's not bad in that period of time.
When they came out, then price-wise and quality-wise, or would I say quality, but what you get for your money was excellent, value for money. Yeah. That was great with all the reverse lights, reverse cameras, and that type of thing, which was really a value for money. Yes.
The dealer network, we've got some very, very good dealers, very loyal. They started with us. They're still with us. We have our issues, obviously. It's like a marriage, Sometimes we agree, sometimes we don't. But they're with us, they support us, and we'll support them, and we'll get there. We're finding that actually we're being approached more and more for dealerships from the bigger groups, which for us is good, and we encourage that where we can. Yeah, and I think, the buying public perhaps like to have a reputation of a dealer network or a group behind the purchase of the vehicle. So, yes, that's where we're going, I think. We're looking forward to the year ahead. I think it's going to be very challenging. The market's a bit flat at the moment. I think everybody knows that. There's a lot of discounting going on out there, and there's a lot of money being put on the bonnets, as they say in the trade. So it'll be interesting.
We have lots of things to be proud of. Our company holding the philosophy of improving little by little every day. This is our corporate philosophy, which means this company focus a lot on the basic things to do, and to make lots of investments into the core capacity, such as the R&D, which means research and development. Just since the year 2006, we have made lots of investment into the new R&D centers, and we are going to have a technical team of more than 10,000 technicians. So I believe this brand will have lots of promising future.
You've been watching Motor Trends, bringing you a look at the South African auto industry through the eyes of its leaders. This edition was brought to you by GWM South Africa.